The whole point of this is to tell you, if you are someone who's watching and you think, oh, my situation is not ideal, the odds are against me, don't think that. Despite your situation, even if you're in a tough situation, even if money is tight, even if you're a mom or a single mom or a mom with, and I know it's easier said than done, but all I'm saying is have a positive mindset. Say, I'm going to get out of this one way or another. And you'll be surprised to know what comes out of your mouth can make a great impact on you. It can make such a difference. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I wanted to bring a different kind of video because it's really touching base on just the value of being positive and just believing in yourself. And I decided to do a video on this topic because just the emotions of going through what we're going through with our move and selling our home and getting a new home, and just this process of just growing. It has just me thinking a lot and reflecting on just our past and our journey to just have gotten to where we are at now. And mind you, if you guys have been following us for a while, you would know our background story and know that Aaron and I got married young, and we also had our first child young at the age of 19. And it may seem like, okay, you're not that young, but we were still teens, so it wasn't the easiest journey, especially when we're not yet where we want to be in terms of education and such. Given our circumstances back then, there are a lot of odds against us, and the statistics that are there for teen parents, and there were just a lot of odds against us, and it's almost like we had to prove ourselves. But the thing that we always maintain was just our faith, most importantly, but just our desire to continue. Despite our circumstances when they were taking place, not once did we ever think, okay, you know what, this is going to stop us. Not once did we ever say, you know what, this is going to change everything. I think the mentality that we had was we just took it on one step at a time, and we didn't doubt ourselves, and we didn't rob ourselves by thinking negatively and poorly of any situation. We always just try to look at the bright side and try to envision ourselves achieving our goals one step at a time. And it wasn't always easy. I explained in another video that even just the process of even Aaron getting his schooling was not easy. He went to a different school initially and didn't get into the school of his dreams immediately, but he worked his butt off to make sure he got back there and basically started from scratch. And that was his dream, and he didn't let anything get in the way. The same for me. After having my child, I wanted to be there. My goal was to be there for them, and we figured out how to make that work and how to make that happen, and we worked as a team. So I was at home while he was going to school. And one might even ask, how did you guys survive? How did you live? Well, given that we were married and we got married and then we had our child, at that point OSAP was able to assist, and they do kind of supplement income in the amount that they allow you. And mind you, this is not free money. This is money that you definitely have to pay back. And also during the first year of our marriage, we stayed with my parents. So, we did whatever we could to make ends meet while still focusing on ourselves and our goals, and just like I said, maintaining positivity and just getting to where we wanted to go. While I was staying at home and that opportunity was presented to me, I still wanted to accomplish something. And at that point, a degree seemed so far-fetched for me. I just couldn't, I knew I wanted one, but I also knew the cost of taking on one. And I was scared of failing, scared of not succeeding. And so initially I did an interior decorating diploma, which I completed. So I am certified in interior decorating. But at the end of the day, that still wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. It's not even so much it wasn't what I wanted to do, it's just that I still felt the pull to work towards my degree. There was also real estate, which caught my eye for a little bit. Well, even to this day, it's something I still would do, but it captivated me and had my attention for a while. And I thought real estate would be good. Like, I'd love to do that. And so I remember trying to study at home, having a little child there, and I was out of school for maybe like 2 years at this point, maybe 3, and so my study habits were not on point. I showed up for that exam, and mind you, I thought I studied, but I knew what kind of studying I did, and I failed the exam. I believe you have to have like a 75%, and I got like a 73, which was not good because they were not going to let me pass, and so that was that. I mean, I still had a shot at it, but after thinking heavily about what I needed to do, I just focused on, you know what? I said, I keep trying, I keep diverting the degree, which is really what I want to do. But I felt scared to try it, but I just went for it and just, like I said, just put my all in it and commit to it and not doubt myself in thinking that I'm incapable of completing it. And so I took it on, and like I'm at the point where I've completed 38 credits. And I've said this to you guys before because I was supposed to have been done my last 2 credits by now. It's just that when we moved, I didn't want to take on the debt of paying for my last 2 courses because they're expensive. They're like $800, $900 per course. And at that point, we had just bought a house. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, we took care of everything to do with the house and that things were going to flow okay before I just took on just paying, thousands of dollars for my last 2 courses. So with that said, the time rolled around where I was about to start again, and then we're back at the state where we just sold our home and whatnot. You guys know the story. So the whole point is just over the course of all that we've been through, it's been a process and a half. Obviously, plenty have happened in between. We have chosen to have 2 other children in between that time frame. But the whole point of saying that is for us to get to the point where we have gotten. It's just blessings upon top of blessings, having faith and trust, and never turning your back on God, I think, is a huge part for me. Secondly, I personally think believing in ourselves, the fact that we believed, is a huge part of why we got here. It's basically speaking things into fruition. You speak it into fruition until it happens. I said I wanted to go back to school. I went back to school. If you look at the statistics, the odds are against a lot of us, or us teen moms who had kids, and according to statistics, it says that you're most likely not going to go back to school, and that's the reality, and I do know that, and that's a huge part of what also motivated me and encouraged me, because I don't want to just be another statistic. I felt like I owed myself that to prove it to myself that I was capable of more. And the same thing with Aaron. Not for a moment did he take his eye off of the engineering, which is something he knew that he wanted to be before he met me, and that is something that he stuck to. And I'm so thankful that he's pushed himself to be that engineer that he is today. And despite the many sacrifices that he made for his family, or made for us, given that we had kids, I'm thankful that's not one that he had to make, that he still he got to be what he wanted to be. And that I feel happy and excited and proud that we got through that. Like I'm so proud of us, of the growing stage, that we got to grow together and just go through those aspects that one usually journeys through them by themselves before they find their soulmate, but we got to go through it together and have been so complementary towards one another, be willing to make sacrifices, willing to stay at home while he attained his degree, and him willing to help me out wherein, like, watching the kids or supplementing homeschooling for a moment while I try to achieve my degree. And and so forth. And the same thing now with me staying at home, taking care of the kids while he goes to work and earn the bread that we need. I'm so grateful for just our journey and where we've come from to where we have been. And so the whole point of this is to tell you, if you are someone who's watching and you think, oh, my situation is not ideal, the odds are against me, like, just don't think that. Despite your situation, even if you're in a tough situation, even if money is tight, even if you're a mom or a single mom or a mom with, and I know it's easier said than done, but all I'm saying is have a positive mindset. Say, I'm going to get out of this one way or another. And you'll be surprised to know that what comes out of your mouth can make a great impact on you. It can make such a difference. Some people just don't see it. They don't get it. They don't realize that what you say really does impact you. I mean, if you're saying things to yourself, if you're saying that my situation sucks and it's going to be like this forever, well, it will be like that forever. If you yourself is saying that to you, why do you expect anyone else to say anything else? And even when they say it, who's to say you're going to listen to it if you already believe so deeply that you're just stuck? Before you can expect anyone to lift you up, you got to learn to lift up yourself. You have to learn to lift up yourself and be positive and say good things. Money is tight today. Work on it and try to implement a strategy or come up with a way. If you want to go back to school, think about it. Look at the big picture. Do your research and figure out what the steps are that are required. Figure out the help that you may need and the path that you can take. Come up with strategies. Implement strategies. Work towards your future. Work towards improving yourself. And believe it. Most importantly, believe it. Don't down talk yourself. Don't crap talk yourself. If you do, you're just going to keep yourself stagnant. You're just going to remain where you are and nothing's going to change. So that is the point of me sharing this little story. I felt compelled to share it because, like I said, in just this process that we're going through, of just looking back and seeing where we were. There are times when we didn't have bread. There are times when money was non-existent. There are times when we were literally broke and eating Kraft dinner for supper. We made it through. And to think this was us back then and this is us today. I'm not saying that we're balling. We are definitely not doing that. But we are at the state where we could have only dreamt about 10 years back. Could have only dreamt about it, and now we're here. And it took 10 years to get here. Things didn't just come at the flip of a coin. We had to work for it, and we just had to maintain our attitudes. Keep your attitude in check. Don't keep yourself in the gutter. Don't keep yourself stagnant. Be positive, because it definitely makes a difference. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you want to hear more of these little pep talks, comment down below and let me know, and I will spit them out for you. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.